So, next we are going to talk about nutrition. So, how does your diet impact your results, your transformation? And obviously, diet is going to play a massive role in this. When it comes to transforming our body, dropping weight, and really making those unbelievable changes, it's probably fair to say diet will be the most important aspect and the most important factor and the most important key to getting those results that we want. Now, this is where it gets tricky for people because sticking to a diet is probably, I would say, 99% of people quote that as being the most difficult part of training as a whole, of getting results. Because, look, the way that we live nowadays, the world that we live in, we are surrounded by so much options, so much choices of foods that taste amazing but are so packed with calories and sugars and processed foods that we end up shooting ourselves in the foot because they're just so nice, so addictive that we can't get away from them, and they end up causing us to be in terrible positions from a health standpoint and also from a habit standpoint. When we try to move away and get results, we're constantly just drawn back in and pulled back in by temptation. And this is where a lot of people fail and mess up. And a big reason why is because we don't really, have strategies and actual actionable steps we can put in place when these things occur and these things raise their head so that we can deal with them. Now, look, food for most people is not the issue because a lot of us know what to eat. A lot of us know, these are good foods. I should eat that. These are bad foods. I should probably stay away from that. Like most people have got a good understanding of that. But the big issue for most people is the relationship they have with food. So food for a lot of people provides comfort. There's no judgment from food. It's just there for you whenever you need it. You can go and get it and feel that instant gratification and feel good. But it's a short-term fix and it's a short-term release. So for most people, when we're making these transformations, it's about dealing with the relationship you have with food. It's about dealing with the underlying causes that are, manifesting themselves in the form of your food habits and your food choices. But most people want to just try look, what's the best diet plan I can follow right now? Should I go vegan or vegetarian or paleo or keto or this, that? And that's, looking at the wrong area to fix the problem. But in saying that, there are some basic foundational things that we need to have in place that will guarantee results if you stick to them. So, without going too deep in these introductory series and this introductory video to your nutrition, I'm just going to lay out 5 simple steps that you can have as a little checklist to make sure you're doing well with your nutrition. So, number 1 is going to be protein. So, when it comes to making your transformation, you're going to be training, you're going to be active. And what we need protein for is to repair the muscles and maintain the lean body mass that we have. And these are good things. We want to keep those. We want to maintain those. Even if you're a female and you're like, I don't want to put on loads of muscle, we need to keep the muscle that you have. Okay, your body is packed with muscle already from a just physiological standpoint. Your body's full of muscles, and we want to keep hold of the muscles. We want to make sure that whatever your body is burning off you is fat, because that's what's going to change your body composition, which is going to make you look better in the mirror, feel better, fit into clothes better, which is what people want. So making sure you're keeping protein intake high is number 1. Number 2 then is going to be vegetables. Eat your veg, like your mother used to say. Make sure you're eating plenty of veg of plenty different colors. Green veg as a mainstay, but make sure you're getting plenty of different colors. The different colors that the vegetables have represents the different sort of micronutrients and different vitamins and minerals that are contained within it. So having a diet that contains a wide mix of different colored veg is going to be absolutely essential. So make sure you're getting plenty of that in. And if you're someone who doesn't really like vegetables or doesn't really enjoy eating them, that's fine. Just find 1, 2, maybe even 3 that you do like. There are so many different types out there. I'm sure there's hundreds that you've probably never even heard of. So just pick some up, try them out, see which ones you enjoy and stick to them. Don't force yourself to have to eat broccoli and spinach and all these things if you don't like them, because it's not sustainable and it will not work long term. So find ones that you enjoy, that you like, and stick to them. Number 3 then is going to be carbohydrates. Carbs do not make you fat. Regardless of what you think or what you've read, they do not. So many scientific studies have shown this. It is well known and well accepted in the scientific community, but within these sort of, fat logic communities, they want to demonize carbs and say carbs are what make you fat. And there is a reason why this misconception is out there. Carbs don't make you fat, but too many carbs will make you fat. And the problem is that a lot of people's diets nowadays are composed of these really high sugar, high glucose, fast acting carbohydrates, which are so easy to eat. Things like chocolate, sweets, cakes, packed with carbohydrates that are so easy to consume that you end up over consuming them. And that's what makes you gain weight, and that's what makes people gain fat. So eating carbohydrates is important. We need them in our diet. They provide energy to our bodies. They provide glucose, which is what your brain works off. So if we want to be functioning optimally and we are physically active, it is important that we have got carbohydrates in our diet, but it's important that they're the right kinds of carbohydrates. So we want to go for whole, unprocessed sources. Things like your potatoes, sweet potatoes, your different rices, oats, all of those sort of things are where we should be basing our carbohydrates around, as opposed to the fast acting sugary kind of things like chocolates, cakes, sweets, crisps. Okay, so making sure you're getting good quality carbohydrates in is key. Okay, the next step then is going to be fats. So we need fats in our diet, and eating fats don't make you fat. Okay, fats are something that your body needs, and we need to get it through our diet because there are essential fatty acids that our bodies cannot produce ourselves that we need for proper functioning. So we need to get those in through our diet. So that's going to be eating foods that are high in good fats, which would be like different sorts of fish that are high fat content. So different sorts of, say, salmon, mackerel, those sort of things. Different peanuts like almonds, walnuts, Brazil nuts, all the different sorts of naturally occurring things that are high in fat. And then other things can also help contribute to it, like if you can stomach dairy, different sources of butter, full fat butters, full fat milks, these sort of things will help to hit that fat intake and hit those requirements that your body needs. But do not avoid fat, and do not constantly search for the low fat options of things because you're afraid fat will make you fat, because that's not how it works. Unfortunately, the body is not as straightforward as that. And then the final piece to the puzzle to get you started with nutrition is your water intakes, your hydration. So look, your body is 70% water. So essentially we're just walking sacks of water when we're moving around. So it's important that we keep our body adequately hydrated and topped up with those water stores. Now, in terms of how much you should drink, it's going to be different based on each individual. But as a guideline, I would recommend every 25 kg of body weight that you're carrying equals to 1 litre of water you need to take in. So for every 1 litre, or for every 25 kilos you weigh, you want 1 litre of water. So whatever your weight is going to determine how much water you need. So for example, I weigh between 70 to 75 kg, so I'm looking for 3 to 4 litres, say, just to make it easy. So that's where you want to be hitting. And it's a rough guideline. You don't have to take it as gospel, but it's just nice to have a starting point for yourself, to have a target to hit, because I know how frustrating it can be when people say drink more water, and how do you quantify more? How do you put a number on it? So there's a nice little easy way for you to gauge where you're at and what you should be taking in. So look guys, that is the nutrition aspect of things done. 5 simple steps to making sure you're well on your way to making that transformation. So next up, we're going to be talking something that maybe a lot of you don't think about when it comes to making a transformation, but something that's absolutely key to getting great results. So make sure you stick around and watch the next video for that.